So I speak Italian, and some of the words are a little bit similar. So I tell the boys like they're allowed to speak in Portuguese when they're on their own bomb sites, or if they're playing together without me, or if I'm not alive or whatever. But to be honest, for example, today I feel like they got too comfortable and they were talking so much Portuguese, and I had to keep telling them like, boys, English, please. I'm still alive.
Hey everyone, Shoutouts here. I'm here with victorious RobbieBK after their series. First VCT Americas match, you win, kind of a nail biter. What was that like, just being on stage, 2-1 series? Seems like you're very exciting, almost lost your voice there.
Yeah, I mean, I did lose my voice. It was super exciting. Like, coming into today, I was so ready to play the game. I'm finally back, after months of off season or no practice or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it just feels amazing to be back and to win the first match. Like, it's an unbelievable feeling. Obviously, the road is still long, but we got there. We'll get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk to me more about that series, because, before we got in here, you're talking about how the boys need some energy. They need more hype. So then you started yelling more. What was that like?
So I think on the first game, I was very calm. I just went into the game like round by round, stay locked in, round is over, fist bump, keep going. But then I saw some of my teammates a little bit, not necessarily down, but I felt like they need some energy in them, So the second map, I don't know what happened. I think we won pistol, we won the eke around or something, and I just started screaming. And yeah, it was fun.
No, it's awesome. And, first win, feels amazing. I want to talk a little bit about that period where you were alluding to it, where you weren't really practicing much after like the Gentlemates stuff. So how did you use that time to just stay sharp? Were you just spending a lot of time reflecting on things that you can improve on? Because mechanically, it seemed like you're pretty sound and solid. So how did you use that break period to grow?
I didn't have like the longest break. I mean, we couldn't really practice because when I signed with Loud, we were still like distance, I was in Europe. I didn't have a visa or anything. And the practice that we had was quite bad. Like I was playing on 150 ping and never again. I hate that. I hate it. Anyway, yeah. I stay pretty sharp. I still feel like I could focus on my performance a lot more. I played good, but there were also moments where I was like whiffing some like easy shots, Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I feel like we can play a lot better than this, and the fact that it was a close game, like I know that the next time it's gonna be much easier.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask more about just joining Loud. How did you get approached for it? Did you just get messaged in Twitter DMs, or your agent contact you and then was like, Loud possibly wants to trial you, and you're like, oh my God, Americas? That sounds sick.
Yeah, no, I knew that like EMEA there weren't that many options because the season was about to start. Yeah. So I was like, I told my agent, like, I just want to play, man. I want to play. And I told him like, yo, I've been wanting to go to Americas or whatever, like anywhere, just take me anywhere. Yeah. And then he told me like, by the way, Loud wants to trial you. And I was like, Loud? What do you mean Loud? Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just put everything I had into this tryout. I prepared so much. I spent so many nights like preparing like value plans and theory. And then I get into the team and yeah, we did a few tryouts here and there, and now I'm here, so let's go.
Let's go. Get loud. Go loud. Oh, yeah. Yo, so what's your process actually for preparation like that? Are you someone that relies a lot on structure, or is it more so you just wake up and you think, I feel like I need to work on my aim today? Like, do you have a structure for that?
I think I've been working a lot on just improving the team in general. I've overworked myself a little bit in the beginning because there were like so many things that I wanted to do. But yeah, I work a lot on theory of the game, trying to get the boys on the same page. And I think the last week, I started doing a little bit more like individual performance stuff, but I should have done it 2 weeks ago, man. Whatever, it's fine.
I also wanted to ask you about, I saw an interview that you did with like Nando for like Game Arena, and you're talking about how you were honest, where you're talking about how the adjustment to tier 1 was a bit difficult for you at first. I guess when you look back at that, what do you feel like was the biggest troubles about adjusting from the tier 2 level to tier 1? What was the biggest thing that you noticed?
I think it's just a completely different world. Like, you're not practicing from home anymore. You're practicing as a team together in the same place. you're far away from your family, and the pressure and the stakes are a lot higher. Like, you know that if you have a bad season, you might get benched or whatever. So the pressure was just a lot higher. And in the beginning, on my previous team, it was a bit hard for me to handle it. But now it's like, I know what it's like. So I instantly got accustomed. And now, like, since day one, since I came in LA, I've just been a happy guy, you know, and I'm just enjoying everything.
No, it seems like it. You haven't been stopping smiling ever since you got in here. Just enjoying the moment. Yeah, you know what's funny actually when you talk about the adjustment into Loud is, I guess for people that wouldn't know, you played on Portugal Tempest before, where there was you're playing with Portuguese teammates, so it's not too different if someone says Portuguese Portuguese language every now and then. Do you know, like, did you pick up some of the words back when you're on Tempest before?
Yeah, so I speak Italian. And some of the words are a little bit similar. So I tell the boys, like, they're allowed to speak in Portuguese when they're on their own bomb sites, or if they're playing together without me, or if I'm not alive or whatever. But to be honest, for example, today, I feel like they got too comfortable and they were talking so much Portuguese. And I had to keep telling them, like, boys, English, please. I'm still alive. But I understand. Like, when they say, like, left, right, fight this, go back, like, these kind of words, like, I understand them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to also touch upon some things that I found out when I watched an interview that you did back at Portugal Tempest with Haza JC. And you were talking about how... Let's go with the more fun one first. So you talked about how you'd done football, but then for 1 year you did MMA fighting. You did one fight, but you didn't really talk about how that one fight went. So talk to me about your MMA experience and how did that fight go?
Okay, that was a long time ago. I was 17. Okay, I'm actually not that old. I'm 23. I'm not that old.
I'm 20, that's fine.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I did MMA for like a year. I'm like a very big fan of MMA and stuff. And yeah, I told my coach, like, just let me fight, man. And he let me fight against someone who had like much more experience than me in jiu-jitsu. So I literally like wanted to throw a knee and he just took me down, and then it was sad.
Was your confidence broken at that point?
Yeah, I instantly quit afterwards, but not because of that, but because I wanted to go pro. But yeah. I'm not that bad, okay? I that right elbow of mine, it's kind of clean. It's always loaded.
Are you southpaw or are you right?
Right.
Gotcha. Nice.
So, everything, you know. There's some elbows, some knees sometimes, you know, spinning back kick, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the thing that you needed in order to kickstart your Valorant career, so makes sense.
There you have it.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I also wanted to ask you about is because in that you talked about when you were younger, you also struggled a lot with anxiety too. And like even just, you talked about how even just going to the store talking to people is really tough. You're an IGL. I feel like that's such a vast change, like, because you're talking constantly. How did you improve that?
Okay, I wouldn't say like, I don't know if it's anxiety or what it is. I was just a shy kid because I'm always like gaming and I'm away from people. Yeah. So I was afraid to go to the shopping and talk to the people that work there, you know. But nowadays I've changed a lot. I'm much more extroverted now.
Did that just change with age, or was that more something you just put yourself out there and then started talking to people even if you were scared?
I think it's just experience. Like, the more you speak to people, the more you become confident around them. And right now I can speak to almost anyone and just be like, what's up? Yeah. How you doing?
I mean, I feel like that's incredibly important as an IGL, so it makes sense. Now, I kind of want to just ask you about the future of the split, because a 1-0, this is a really important win that you got. You know, talk to me about how you go about the rest of the regular season. Is it more focused on one step at a time, or are you trying to think more of the bigger picture of the goal in sight is playoffs right now?
I think obviously the goal is always going to be playoffs and go to champs and all these kind of things. But overall, like, our main thing has been like, we know that we are not at our peak, like, at all. Like, we just started as a team and we're still working like on a lot of things. And even today, we came into this with the mentality of like, this is probably going to be our worst game. Like, let's just try to win it. And then anything else, like, we're only going to improve from here on. And I could tell from today, like, we had a close game. We barely won. But at the same time, like we can do like so much better. Like our scrims and stuff, we're doing so many things like better. So we just have like a lot of potential, and I'm excited.
I mean, on the broadcast, they talked to the tank, sent you that little message. Is there any other people you want to shout out back in EMEA?
If there's any more people, I'll shout out everyone. I'll shout out everyone at Gentlemates. I think I really liked everyone, especially my coach Goat. Like he taught me a lot about the game, and not just the game, but also about life and whatever. And yeah, I liked everyone.
Quickly, what about life? Was it just how to treat the pro scene, or like what was the big thing about that?
With my coach?
Yeah.
He just taught me a lot about like work ethic. Like he was super hardworking, and so am I. But he taught me to like balance it a bit, and I don't know. He just taught me a lot. I don't know.
I got you.
I'm blanking right now, but he taught me a lot of stuff. Okay, I promise.
Now, Robbie, you go enjoy that win. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.